because that
Oh,
man can affect, because no, because at work, you ladies do what's told, what's expected of you, whether you understand it or not. When it comes to the law, you do what you're told, whether you
yes, the
understand it or
law.
not. It
Yes.
only comes when it's your man, because
Yeah.
your man is not your head. For most of you women, your man is your equal at best.
Yep.
And that is the problem, because we don't let our parallel, we don't let someone on the same level as us dictate to us or lead us. We may
I
bounce
won't say
ideas off
dictating.
each other.
I ask questions. I can ask questions to my leader. If you feel like you can't, just like we ask questions to our president every single day. If I'm going to ask to gain, I'm asking questions to gain clarification, just not for you to give me an answer and say go with the answer.
Well, I
I
don't.
still need clarification. And
Well,
like I
well,
said,
I
if
don't
it
think
makes
we.
logical sense, which you decide to look over, then cool. Now, if he's in a state where he's like, man, I can't explain this right now, and he's going into details and he's explaining to me how severe, like how Darwin he had to explain the severity of the situation to his wife. If I love this man, I've been with this man, we married. I'm going to quit my job because he needs me. That's what he's telling me. He need me, regardless if I'm not going to be able to gain an understanding now, but I am going to want just the type of woman I am. I want to make sure my man is cool. I'm going to want to gain that understanding.
Okay. Um, Before I go to Ash, and I got another video I want to play, but let me get a mirror in there.
So it goes back to what I said that um they want you to be a leader in the household when it benefits them. So let's say, hey babe, where are we going to live? Then she wants you to be a leader and be like, yeah, we're gonna live here. Hey babe, uh, when are we paying the mortgage? When are we paying the rent? They want you to be a leader when it benefits them because now you gotta pay the rent. But when it comes to you, to what you want, I'm like, hey babe, can you help me just clean up my shoes real quick before I go to work as I get ready? Then they don't want you to be a leader. They want to do it when they want to do it. So in other words, they pick and choose when you will be a leader, but they expect you to still pay all the bills, protect, provide, be nice, kind, all these lists they have. And that's not fair to any man. Will some guys take the deal? Yeah, but that's because they don't know any better.
And I see what she's been thinking just so far. I'm not sure how much you've heard, but
Yeah, I'll go fast because I want Ash, because I know Ash is trying to get in. Die, married woman here. Do you think that I all the time agree with what my husband is doing? No. I mean, it's it doesn't always work that way. Example. Example. He bought a property that I thought was a bad decision. I implored him. I said, please do not do this. This is a waste of money. We don't need to be spending on that. We can invest that into something else. Da 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 da. My husband said, I'm getting the property and you're going to see. You'll see. Who am I to tell him, no, I'm going to close the funds. I'm going to call the bank and make sure you can't do it. No, I don't understand what you're doing. So I'm not letting you do it. I'm going to be a speed bump in what you're doing just because I can't understand where we're going with this. I'm going to be a speed bump and a hindrance.
And the
No.
headache.
And then at the end of the day, now we have people living in that property and that's bringing in money to us. So, I mean, sometimes you just have to trust. And that's one thing I think a lot of women here don't. Trust is a big thing.
But the issue is, sure, they don't trust the man. I can give you that. But then they get in relationships with those same men and then they're complaining about those same men. But I think what it is, from outside looking in, the reason they get in relationships with the men they don't trust is because those men are providing a utility, whether they're paying bills, attention, taking care of the kids, whether it's just for sex, whatever the reason is, they don't mind getting in relationships with those guys because those guys provide a utility, even if they don't trust their leadership. Because why would you be in a relationship with a man you don't trust? That you can't even be like, he's like, hey babe, we're going to do this, but you got to fight him all the time. If you're gonna fight him all the time, eventually your ship, since he's the captain, or you think you're both captains, at some point it's gonna run into an iceberg, and it's gonna collapse. It's gonna sink.
Okay,
But
Ash,
when it comes to money, let me just say, I'm not good with money. I would trust my man with my money. But we were specifically
that was just an example.
Yeah, but we were specifically talking about me stopping a career that I genuinely love. I'm not doing it for money. I will give my man all my money and he'll tell me the budget, how much I can spend. I'm not doing it for the luxurities of it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, there's a better
How I like
example
to
for
spend
you.
my time.
A better example. As for working,
But-
same thing with me. I had to stop working too. I had my career as well, and my husband made me stop working too. So I even had that same situation happen with us too. Exactly the same. And I didn't want to stop because I wanted to work, because that's what I went to school for. I went to law school to do my career.
Oh.
My husband said no. And what am I doing? Trusting. And
Yeah,
I'm
that's
still
what
alive.
I said. Once I talked to my husband, he told me the severity of this, but I will also let him know if it's something I love, if this is not something I'm just doing, I would want to express myself too. Just tell him, like,
Yeah, but if he says no, you're not going back to work, stay home, take care of the kids, I'll take care of the bills, you are still going to fight him, and probably you'll go work anyway, because he can't really tie you down, like, and just like hold you hostage. But it goes to show the difference in the mindset. You can see the Middle Eastern woman is saying, my husband told me to not do ABCD, and I listen to him. She's saying, even if he tells me, I'm going to talk to him and let him know that that's not. You see the difference in mindsets? Because the way she thinks is how her kids are going to think, and then how those kids will make their kids think, and then it goes down the family tree with, the dysfunction in the family tree. But for her, she has a mindset of, this is a marriage. If I chose this man to be my husband, I'm going to follow him. She's like, even if you're my husband, I'm going to fight you every step of the way. And that's why the results are different. She's married, she's a single mom. It is what it is. But anyway, man, shout out to Lapif. Fascinating video. What do you guys think about that? Comment down below. All right.